We are making a beautiful creamy pasta dish today, one that has the harmony of strong and complementary flavors, and that's spaghetti carbonara to perfection. But before we get stuck in, I'm gonna give a quick shout out to Alan, one of my favorite Scousers, alongside Stevie G and all my other ninjas out there. This one is for you. This is a 5-ingredient recipe, as we've got the spaghetti, guanciale cheese, eggs and peppercorn, and we're keeping this carbonara absolutely authentic. And to kick things off, I'm gonna get myself this piece of guanciale, which is cured cheek of pork. It's salty, it's dried, aged and absolutely delicious. So I'll be cutting this into strips and then into cubes. So I'm just going to knead around half of this, and this piece of guanciale weighs around 480 grams. I'm looking to get myself around the regions of 250. And this recipe assumes a serving of 3 portions, but I'm going to be leaving all the measurements down in the description box below. So I would be looking to start by removing the skin. And now with the skin removed, I'll just cut this into strips and then into cubes. And I appreciate that guanciale in the UK especially is not widely available, so you can substitute this with pancetta if that's easier for you to source. And it relatively is easy to source pancetta. I mean, you can find them in larger supermarkets. Now with that said, I'm just going to get this onto a pan on a really low heat, as we are going to take our time with this. We're gonna allow that fat to render out, and we really don't want to be stressing this meat. So I'll get all the guanciale transferred over onto this pan. Now with that guanciale cooking off over there, I'm just going to get myself a pot of water and bring it to a boil. Now, contrary to common belief, you don't actually need a lot of water in your pan, because we are trying to get a fair bit of starch which comes from the pasta concentrated into that water, and in return we can get a really nice and creamy carbonara. And once that water is up to a boil, we'll just chuck in the spaghetti in there. But in the meantime, let's turn our attention to the sauce. I'll be using 3 egg yolks and 1 whole egg. So as a general rule of thumb, if you're making this food for 2 people, you are going to need 2 egg yolks, 1 whole egg, and obviously 3 people, 3 egg yolks, 1 whole egg. And then we've got 2 hard cheeses here, and they are Pecorino, which is what's traditionally used for this food, but we're also using some Parmigiano Reggiano. That Pecorino is really salty and sharp, whereas the Parmigiano Reggiano has a nutty flavor, and by adding that cheese to the Pecorino, we are gonna get some of that nutty flavor in our dish. So I'm going to need around 80 grams of Parmigiano Reggiano, as well as around 80 grams of Pecorino cheese in there. So I'll just be grating these 2 cheeses, as these are what we're going to need for that carbonara sauce. And that Parmigiano's all grated, and at this point I think the water's up to a boil, so I will be chucking that pasta in. And I won't be adding any salt to that pasta water, as the guanciale and the 2 cheeses that we have are quite a bit salty already. So just cook your pasta to the packet's instruction just to make sure it's all nice and al dente. Now let's just get that Pecorino Romano grated as well. And that over there should be plenty of cheese, more than plenty for what I need. So let's just set this to one side. I'm just going to give my guanciale a quick check just to make sure it's not burning. And as we can see here, that fat is rendering out quite nicely. And like I said earlier, I've got 4 eggs here and I'll be using 3 egg yolks and 1 whole egg. So that's for the whole egg in, and now the 3 egg yolks. And at this stage, I'll be getting quite a bit of that cheese in there. And then you can just give this a quick mix. I could do with a bit more of that cheese in there, as we want the sauce to be really nice and thick at this point. So that's that, and the guanciale really seems nice. So heat off, I'm just going to remove it off the heat, and we can then check on our spaghetti. This should be nice and al dente now, and it is really nice and ready to go. We can just remove the pasta from the water and straight into this pan over here. And don't worry about getting that pasta water into your pan, because later on we are actually going to be adding a bit of that water into there. So that's all the pasta out. And next we can just go in with the egg mixture. Now we're on the home stretch. What we're gonna need is plenty of black pepper in there. You could in fact add some of this black pepper into your egg mixture as well. And then we get around 1/4 cup of that starchy water, and then we just add it in. So at this point, we just want to give this a really good stir and make sure that pasta is really nice and creamy. And we took this pan off the heat, as at this stage we only need that residual heat that's in the pan already. If you leave it on there, essentially you just run the risk of scrambling your eggs in the pan. And look how nice and creamy this spaghetti is. So just toss, toss, toss. And I in fact fancy a little bit more of that black pepper on it. And it's fair to say that is a really nice and creamy spaghetti carbonara, and we're now ready to serve. And we just get a little bit more of pecorino on there. And a tad bit more of black pepper. And that right there is an authentic, beautiful, creamy spaghetti carbonara to be proud of. That silky smooth, creamy sauce makes this an absolute delight of a dish, and one that I'd like to go back to over and over again. And it's time to give this a proper taste test. Oh, it's out of this world. So thanks for sticking around, and seeing as you've made it this far into the video, please also do me a favor and drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And so far we've done bucatini amatriciana with the spaghetti carbonara. This makes 2 of the main pasta dishes. And if you haven't watched the amatriciana video, I'm gonna leave a link to that up here and down in the comment box below. And on that note, that's been it for this one. I really hope that you enjoyed this recipe, and I will be seeing you in the next one really soon. Until then, look after yourselves, and remember, the secret ingredient is love. And I'll be off to finish this, of course, in a little quiet corner where the duck can't find me. Mmm.